Time for an update on the truck. So I got a bunch of work done. We got the sticker, just in case anyone asks about my driving. So first thing, change the carburetor. No more motor crap. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So I got a Holley List 4412. This is a 500 CFM circle track race carburetor. Got it on eBay. Dirt cheap. Put a rebuild kit in it. Works awesome now. Had a fuel filter on it. Got a Wix, brand new, the metal canister style. That started puking gas all over the place this morning from where it's pressed together, the two halves. So kind of waiting on a new filter for that. I just ordered a cleanable billet aluminum fancy one off eBay. So I'm just going to put that on there instead of dealing with those. So that'll be nicer anyways because you can clean it. Got a chrome air cleaner. So that's at least 10 horsepower. I don't remember what else I did. I did some other stuff. Oh, I put a belt on it. Alternator belt was way too long. It was flopping around like no tomorrow. Tighten the power steering belt. Still needs to be tightened a little bit more because it does squeak still, but got a new master cylinder for it. I fixed the other side of the brakes. I fixed the, what was it, driver's side at first, the one that was leaking everywhere. Fixed that. Fixed the self-adjuster because the spring was broken. Then discovered that passenger side is the same. Had the broken spring in there. I was just flopping around, so I grooved the living crap out of the drum and the shoes and all that, so that's all really destroyed. But I'm just leaving them in there for now. It still stops half decent. So, but this master's leaking out the back. I think it looks like it's leaking out that rear seal. So I got a new master cylinder. There's a whole bunch of coupons that I had going on for Advance Auto, so I basically got a free master cylinder. It's like 30 bucks. So I got that. I'll probably put that on here soon. Change the oil, change the filter. I put 15W40, whatever it's called, the mobile diesel oil that's got a decent amount of ZDDP and all that. Delvac, that's what it's called. So 15W40. Put an oil pressure gauge in it. If you can see, it's just a SunPro eBay gauge. It was 20 bucks shipped, just to check the condition of the motor. And the motor's actually not in too terrible a shape. It starts off when it's cold at 40 pounds at idle, 50 when you rev it up a bit. Drops down to like 15 to 20 at idle in gear hot, like just off the highway, about 15 pounds. Which is a little low, but it's still really only just sitting there at idle. And there's no load on it, so it probably doesn't really need as much oil pressure. So, but as soon as you get into it, it comes right back up to 30, 35 or so. So the motor's actually in pretty good shape. So I'm real happy with that. The transmission kind of slips going in the third, which from what I've read is the intermediate band needing to be tightened up. And it's real easy to adjust, so I'm going to do that at some point. The only thing is I need a inch-pound torque wrench. And of course, I don't have that with me anymore. So, might have to go pick one of them up and adjust that. But other than that, transmission's been good. Usually like when you first start it up and you put it in drive, it just sits there. You gotta like give it a minute and rev it a bit and then it clunks into gear. So I'm not sure if the torque converter is draining back or what, but once it's in gear it's fine, and it hasn't been so big an issue that it's like not gone into gear. It just takes a minute sometimes, so I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, other than that, it's been running good. I did a temp job basically out in the middle of nowhere. It was 30 miles from my apartment, and basically I went out there, stayed out for the week, and then came back, and that was 3 weeks of work. So that was whatever that would be, 180 miles, 200 miles, somewhere in there. Ran perfect, no problems the whole way, just burned a bunch of oil, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, probably wasn't burning it, it was just puking it out the breather. Because I don't have the PCV hooked up, because I don't like adding vacuum leaks. And I have yet to get the breather that's going to replace that. I ordered one, it's just not in yet. So that's probably why it's been leaking oil, because it's puking out here and then going down the back, and that's why the transmission's all wet. So, not sure. It doesn't smoke, so it's actually in pretty good shape. I'm kind of surprised. So other than that, fixed an exhaust leak. This one right here, this inner fender was already hacked up, so I went to town and hacked it up even more to get that gasket in there, because there was no gasket and it was just kind of flopping around. So I fixed that. It is a bit quieter now. It's still got a bunch of leaks from the manifold to the head, but I'm not going to deal with that. Not on these FEs where those upper bolts like to break off every time because of the way the head's designed. Got a new tailgate. Not sure if I had that in another video or not. It's my old beat up, destroyed, rusty tailgate. And I got this one. It's only got the one major dent. Had a bunch of like pitted rust areas, so I wire brushed it, wire wheeled it on the drill, and just painted over it just for now, just so it doesn't rust anymore. But other than that, works quite nice. I like it. A lot easier than that thing. I think that's all I've done on that. I put a little amplifier in it. Was watching Tom Martin's videos, and he's been making boom boxes with these eBay little 15-watt Chinese stereo amps. They're literally like $2.40 each shipped to your door, so I bought 6 of them, and I've been using them to test speakers and whatnot. So I just kind of threw one in there. I got some thrift store bookshelf speakers, and runs on the aux cord, and for 15 watts it's pretty ridiculously awesome. So that's my like $5 radio just for road trips, so I don't have to listen to exhaust leaks the whole time. So I'm going to clean that wiring up. That was just kind of, I was throwing it together to get to a friend's house. What else did I do? I'm going to pull the carpet out. This carpet is completely destroyed. It's really disgusting looking there. And then you can see it's all ripped up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the carpet out, and then I'm going to power wash it and spray it with bed liner. So I was just going to get the factory rubber mat that the low trim levels of these trucks came with, but not sure that I want to use one of those, because I feel like unless you really glue it to the floor and all that, it might not fit all that perfectly. It might just kind of look bad. And in that case, if you were going to glue it to the floor, it's going to be kind of halfway permanent anyways, so I figured I'm just going to bed line it. It'll be cheaper. So apparently Harbor Freight has some decent quality spray-on bed liner stuff for like $8 a can. So I'm going to try that out, make a video of that. So that'll probably be $20 worth of bed liner. Put 2 cans in here, and that'll insulate it a little bit too to help reduce the noise that'll probably start coming back once I pull the carpet out. So anyways, got that. I picked up some door hinges the other day at the junkyard. You can see this is the style where it's got a torsion spring, and then it's got these rollers, and these spin when you grease them. So basically this is like a roller bearing detent, whatever you call it, that holds your door open. And this is what it looks like after 40 years of running on just the pins after those little rollers break off. So this door does not like to stay open at all, and it's kind of annoying. So these were $6 a piece, and they're in good shape, so I got them, pulled them off of a 76. They're even red to kind of match the original paint on this thing. I think it's the same red. This was originally a lighter red. But anyways, got that. And I think that's about it for the moment. Another thing I'm going to do today, door panels are pissing me off. Every time you close the door it flaps. So I'm going to put some more bolts in it. I'm just going to kind of drill some holes in here and just put some self-tapping screws in there or something. But yeah, got that going on. I picked up some spare tires. That's a set of 4 basically brand new 235/75 15s on Ford 5x5.5 wheels, so they'll bolt right onto this truck, and they're the same size as what would have originally come on it, so they're not going to look too small and goofy. So I got those because these have dry rot that I didn't notice, and of course I'm not going to be able to find the sections now, but there's a bunch of little spots where there's a bunch of dry rot and cracking in the tread, and I really don't want to deal with tires leaking down on me when I'm trying to get to work or whatever in the winter when it's snowing. And so I figured I'll just pick up a set of tires. So paid $400 for that set. They're $900 tires, already mounted and balanced, so I'm happy with that. If I don't use them, I'll sell them in the spring or next fall for the next coming winter. People will probably want them. Also picked up this sweet Sears air tank, 9-gallon. Paid $20 for that. And what I'm gonna do is mount it under the bed somewhere, which actually I haven't even looked yet, but I'm gonna mount it basically right in here. And I'm gonna put a second AC compressor on the motor, and I'm gonna have an onboard air compressor system, and it's gonna be awesome. So pick that up. I'm gonna order a pressure switch, and then order a, maybe not order, see if I can find something. I need a bracket to mount another pump, so I'm gonna put it somewhere over here. Probably gonna have to build something. Not sure how that's gonna go without a welder, but we'll figure something out. I'll make it nice. But yeah, I'm gonna throw a onboard air system on this thing. That's gonna be awesome. So I think we've now caught up to where I'm at. Kind of behind on videos. I got a whole ton of video to edit and upload over the past crazy 6 months that'll kind of explain the new scenery here. But yeah, it's coming along, getting ready for winter. It's been pretty reliable, so more videos to come.